Hey guys, Talon here. I want to do a quick video about memory upgrades. There seems to be a lot of misinformation and myths about memory upgrades, and I just wanted to make something that could clear a few of the, myths and misinformation up a little bit. The first point I'd like to make is more RAM does not make your computer faster unless it's running out of memory. And I mean, a real easy way to do that is just open your task manager while you're doing something and look at the chart. If you see, hey, I have very little free memory, I'm hitting 91% used when my, favorite game's open, maybe you might think about upgrading. But it doesn't make the computer faster in itself, it only gives more room for programs to run. So if somebody says, oh, I have 16 gigs of RAM, well, you might want to, the one thing to think about is with high amounts of memory, especially AMD systems will actually loosen up their timings because they just have a harder time dealing with more memory. I'm not sure if the same is about Intel, but the more memory you have, the more chance there is of something going wrong. So you want to have the right amount of memory for what you're doing. And the second thing that I've heard is that, oh, I have RAM is so fast. Well, honestly, faster RAM doesn't make all that much of a difference. You would usually, if you're going from DDR3 1600 to 1866, it's not that big of a difference. And if your budget is real tight, I mean, you could go with 1600 and be just fine. You would probably see more gain by putting that money into a better video card than anything else, or if you want to get a better CPU cooler. But really, the speed of the memory doesn't make as much of a difference. And also another thing that I see is you really don't ever want to run more than 2 sticks of memory. You kind of want to try to stick to a 2-stick maximum. It's the easiest for the computer to go. Or if you have one of the Intel systems, it supports 3-channel, 3 sticks of memory, and they make specific kits for that. But the more sticks you run, the more chance that one of those is going bad. So if you're running 4 versus 2, that's double the chance that one of those sticks is bad, and you're going to have to figure out which one it is. So I would only recommend you ever run a kit appropriate for your system. And you can also run kits that aren't listed on your motherboard manufacturer's site. I mean, as long as they're similar to other kits you have, you may run into an issue here and there. But by and large, any modern set of memory, unless it's specifically made for one kind of computer, you're usually fine to put it in. I mean, I've used Intel certified RAM in my AMD systems for years. It works just fine. And another thing kind of related to this that I also thought I might touch on is running out of hard drive space doesn't really make your computer any slower either. The only instance where it would is if you are so low on space it can no longer write to your registry. We're talking like under a gig of free space. So as long as you have a gig or two of free space at least, you're probably going to be okay. And I wouldn't worry about getting more hard drive space. If you're fine with that, you don't need anything else at the moment. I mean, you don't have to be urgently looking for a bigger hard drive. It won't make your computer faster. Now, if the drive you're replacing is faster, that will obviously make it quicker, but otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. Well, I hope this was helpful information, and I hope to put out some more tips in the future. Thanks.